This is Lyle, and he's a German Shorthair Pointer mix. And in this video, I'm going to show you some tips and tricks you can use if you have a dog that has what we call resource guarding. He has a resource guarding about his kennel, but also he was doing it around the dinner table here before, which he's not doing now. And we were doing a stair running up and down the stairs exercise, and he started doing it at the top of the stairs, which is close to his kennel. Now, resource guarding is can be a person, place, or thing. In this case, it sounds like it's some places. Now, he's also potentially a dog from a puppy mill. I don't know if I would say that he's a puppy mill dog or not for various reasons, but basically if a dog is a resource guarder, the more that we physically take things away or invade or get too close when they're in that resource guarding mode, it's going to amplify the problem. So basically, like I said, it's not typically associated with aggression, because usually once you remove the location or the object, the dog stops behaving that way. It's very natural for dogs to become resource guarders. It is not an indictment on how well you've trained your dog or any of that stuff. Well-behaved dogs can learn to be resource guarders. So basically, what we're going to do in a second is we're going to go up. He does it when he's in his kennel. So he gets to go, I'm still not 100% sure. We'll see it here in a sec. But the guards can put him in this kennel, but then they go back, and when they leave the room and try to close the door, he gets in this resource guarding mode. And that's where I'm going to show you this. I haven't been upstairs, so I don't know what it looks like, so we'll probably have some interesting camera work. Just be patient with us. All right, let's go ahead and go on upstairs.
Come on, buddy. Wow. Wow. Come on, buddy. Let's go to bed.
Is he doing it? What he was doing before?
Come on, buddy. Go to bed.
He's in the kennel. All right.
So,
Okay. So I'm going to have the camera just right about there so you can shoot me and him maybe in the bathroom. There you go. All right. So basically now if somebody approaches him, he starts, so he's giving a little bit of the sign. So there we go. So I'm going to walk away. Can you see me in the shot?
Yes, yeah.
I'm going to have you take a step back there beside the bed. So basically when a dog's in resource guarding mode and I approach or linger there, he's going to respond. So we saw when I got about there, which is about 8 feet away, that's when he started getting freezing. You have to identify where that spot is first. He's growling, so he's not even comfortable at this distance. What I'm going to do is show him that when I approach it, matter of fact, I'm not going to close the kennel, good things happen. So I'm going to walk further away so that he feels comfortable, and I'm turning my face away from him to help him kind of get out of that guarding mode. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to approach. I'm going to stop at about 8 feet, throw a treat, then turn and walk away. And I'm going to approach, and this time I'm going to go a little slightly different angle. So that's too close. If he reacts, you push too far, too fast. So now I'm going to use this as a line. So I'm going to walk further away and try to avoid direct eye contact when you do this, because that's a trigger for a lot of dogs. So I'm going to approach, throw the treat, and then I turn and walk away. And the idea for this, we just want to keep on repeating this, so he sees when people approach, they're not here to lock me in the kennel. They're here to actually make my situation better. So the whole point of this, though, is he can't react. So you have to find out what the distance is. So he gave it a little, oh, good catch. He caught that one, but he's not going to be interested in a compliment at this point. So he gives a little bit of a stare, and he kind of growls. Now, in this case, it's a little bit interesting, because the guardians say once they leave the room and come back, he's wiggling, and they can go up to the bed just fine, correct?
Mm-hmm.
well, yes and no. So as soon as we get to the door, like if I were to walk to close the door, he'd do that. If once it's closed, we can go away and come back, and then he's fine.
Okay, okay. Good catch. So he's got good eye-hand coordination. So the idea is what we want to do is rep approaching him and leaving and approaching him and leaving, but stopping before we get to the point where he feels the need to bark. Now, first it'll be like this far or this far. As you're doing it, you start noticing he's reacting less and less. There we go. He came out of the kennel. So you close the door on yourself, buddy. Now, I don't want to just throw him from here. I don't want to throw him when he's barking. I'm just doing this now because we pushed a little bit too far. I hadn't been up here, so I didn't know what the layout was. What we want to do is, again, repeat. So I walk away, and then I turn and approach. I'm going to do it without looking at him directly because he doesn't like the eye contact, and then I turn to walk away. So at first, you might be able to get to this distance, And then you might practice this over and over until it seems like he's not getting stiff, he's not staring intently, he's not baring his teeth. Then you might move one step closer as you walk up and you stop at this point and throw the treat. Ideally, we'd like to be approaching different angles, but the layout of this house is really just going to be from this side and that side. I'm doing this for this side for the camera. Now doing this is a little bit different. What I'm doing here, I'm just closing the door so when he comes back in, he won't want to growl. The problem with your layout, your position here, is it kind of prevents you from going this way without triggering the response. And once he's up here, you don't really have an opportunity to do it. So what I would do, that's kind of why this turned out, he actually came out. So what I would do is just you throw a couple when you get done with this, throw a treat on the floor when he goes over there, throw a treat over there when he goes over there, then throw a treat above so it goes down your stairs. He runs down, and now he shouldn't have the resource guarding issue because he's not near the area. Now, my only concern about this is we were doing this right on the edge of the stairs when he did react to you from the stairs. Come here, buddy. Yeah, I closed it so you can't do that anymore. Lyle. You have to be really careful with this because he will bite anybody, even his guardians, when he's in that resource guarding mode. He doesn't appear to be like this now. He's not stiff. He's not staring. His tail isn't up. So there are a lot of indicators. So when he does get this point, I want you guys to maybe have a little journal up here and write down the indicators that you have. What was his tail doing? What were his ears doing? What were his teeth doing? Sit. But now he's fine. Well, this is Lyle, and these are some tips that you can use if you have a dog that resource guards a kennel. Sit. Sit. Very good.